Okay, I finished this motherfucking story. So they check the bag, they check the little bag, they check my wallet, they check my belt, everything, and only last thing was to check. And you know what I'm talking about. You know, I was in Mindanao, I was in jail, you know, I told them, listen, I was in jail, you know. I told them, really, you were? I said, yeah, I was in Mindanao just for 2 days. It was a mistake. 3 days, they put me in the cage. And they put my hands into hot, boiling pot to do the, you know, the copy of my palms if I was holding the gun, you know. And they look at me like, what the fuck? So, that's why I'm not nervous, you see. That's why you're nervous. You see? And the guy was so upset, he was like, oh, relax. And the other was laughing. I said, listen, explain your colleague. But they were so upset, I got the money. Where you get the money? Why are you traveling so much? I said, it's a free world, no? Or isn't it? It's a free market or free world, I don't know. So I was playing with that. They didn't know who is this maniac or guy. You know, I have to give them some credit. I don't look like a really tourist, you know. But anyway, you know, the other guy says, but it's a free country. He can go. He just travel, you know. It's like that, you know. Then they find a return ticket from Belgrade to Amsterdam in 3 weeks. So he says, oh, so do you want to travel around? Yeah, I want to go to Montenegro. Oh, sorry, this is Macedonia. I'm sorry. I want to go to Macedonia because they were not friendly in Serbia. I want to go to Albania. I want to do such a detour through Bosnia and then come back to Belgrade and fly to Amsterdam. I'm not here to smuggle fucking coke. Listen up, I'm just here to make a contacts and find the mules and then instruct them how to bring it to Amsterdam. And he says, don't say this. I said, I'm joking. Šala, it means in Serbian, legrace, šala. Šala is fun. I said, šala, šala. And they say, no šala, no šala. Why is no šala? You nervous? No, you nervous. No, I'm nervous. No, we are confused. You want to make me nervous? I was so calm, because it's nothing compared to fucking Mindanao or Sri Lanka. It's nothing. These fucking soft-hearted motherfuckers, you know, trying to play psychological game with you. So then comes the last, I make it short, then was the last shit, you know, last performance. Because the bus driver was like, you know. And the European lady with the 27 marks always asking me, are you okay? I say, yeah, I need more water and chocolates. And the other guy was so upset, bring me more chocolate and water. You know, so I was a little bit dissolving them psychologically, you know. I was like, you know, most important thing, create chaos, you know. You know. So, and he was like, oh, you sweating? I said, no, I don't sweat. You sweat, huh? I think you're nervous. No, I'm not nervous. So let's go with us to this room next and we will see. I said, no problem. So they bring me to some room and I said, the lady will not come? No, she stay here. And he make us such a mean face. We went, left, he opened the door, there was some office, there were some papers, we entered. Then there was the good guy and the bad guy, you know. The good guy was like, he feel compassionate to me because I friend him. The other one, I befriend him. I give it imperu them, you remember? I tell you later when I did it, because it won't work if I both friend them. Because if they join together and they friendly, they will grill me. But it's a triangle. In triangle, in three people, you gotta join 2 against 1. So they were 2 against me. That's just basic psychology. So he says, put your everything down. So I said, okay, no problem. You wanna see me? You getting me? Yeah? You wanna see my beautiful body? I'm never embarrassed, I told him. I was like, no problem. I said, okay. And he says, as well the trousers. I said, no problem. But wait. He says, what? Do you have a camera? Why? Because it's huge down there. You need a breast balls, my friend, to fuck this motherfucker like me. So I put it like that, you know. And I have just underpants left. And I said, you want as well underpants? And he says, no. Why? Go for it. Huh? And then he was taking the plastic glove. And I told him, listen, I was in Sri Lanka. They have very spicy food. If you want to do it, it's your job. My friend, I like lingual massage. I love it. Man, they got a boys there. Once I mistaken one therapist for boy. He was girl, lady, boy. It makes me good feeling. Just let me know. I just turn a step, you know, and then you can go for it. If you will do it or you, just take it. But a lot of the area, I'm coming from Sri Lanka. Do it. And they look at me like, who the fuck is this motherfucker? And they say, no. Just put your hands like that. So I did like that. and the bad guy came and he started to do like that. I don't know why, I'm asking, you know. He was like, and he says, breathe. I said, breathe. I said, what you doing? We doing exercise, yoga? Breathe more. And he was pressing me. I said, what is it? Breathe. I said, I'm breathing, huh? But be careful, I have this Indian corona, maybe the test was fake, you know. And he says, okay. I said, you wanna do the rest? No, you wanna do the rectal one? And he says, no, you can dress up. I said, okay. So I dress up, you know. I'm going back to the office, there are these two ladies, and I'm telling them, gentlemen, are we finished? And we were standing there, they looking at me, and the guy says like, he was fucking with you, let him go, you see. He says nothing, and the other one still, he was, and now the befriend one wanna be my friend. And he says, you are good, Daniel, you are welcome in Macedonia. And he did like that, and I did like that. And then we were all three friends, you see. Simple psychology. And then he looked at me and he says, but you look like still like a gangster. You look like a gangster, you look like a mafia. I said, isn't it, it's a fashion. Is it not allowed to dress like I like to dress? Then he even helped me with the luggage, you know, the bad guy. He says, can I help you? I said, nothing personal, just business. Then I shake their hands, I said, arrivederci, you know, I get in the bus, you know. Then I was walking through the alley and the people were looking at me, and then, you know, I removed the mask, you know. I had this fucking mask, you know, like this mask, you know. Wait, there is no mask. I have this motherfucking mask, you know, and, you know, because I went into the bus and I turned off the fucking rings and the Rolex watch, you know, and I looked like fucking, you know. But then I was walking like that in the bus, you know, in the alley. Just a fucking jacket like that, you know. And they realized I'm not some fucking poor Serbian fuck who is going to visit his fucking uncle in neighboring country. So I was walking by the bus like that, and the people were, what the fuck, mafia? I said, and one guy, he says, because we are delight. I said, what did you say, you motherfucker? And it's okay, well, you see, it's so bright for fucking Macedonia, huh? 3 hours stop, huh? You got a fucking problems, you know, I'm a Montenegro, I'm a Serbian, it was the Macedonian. Shut the fuck up and put the fucking bus on, back on the train, you know. So, you know, so, it's okay, you know. So then I finished, you know. I arrived to Montenegro, to Macedonia, to Skopje, you know. I went to hotel, and I'm here now. Do you have some euro? I said yes, but not for you. Do you have something to declare? Nothing. You know, never ever get stressed. Always relax. Because 10 out of the 10 lives finish by death. Am I wrong or not? So what they could do? Nothing. It's a European Union or it's a Europe. Maximum what they could give me is 24 hours in deportation. I know it already from Japan. What they could do? Nothing. You see?